welcome to Bible Tales. And I'm Hosanna, and this is Moses. So he has joined us today to another fun and amazing episode of Bible Tales.
Hi, kids.
So today we're going to be doing a really fun story about King Joseph, and we are also going to be we've been making bookmarks, and it's been really fun, so stay tuned. And Moses is going to be singing a song for you guys. Tuned for that also. And then after we are done with our story for today, we will be following along with doing some really fun drawings related to the story. And then after that, we will be doing the moral for today's story, where you guys can comment below the moral for today's story also.
Fun bookmark activity.
Yeah.
I've always done a bookmark activity
Before, but it's going to be different, and it's going to be really, really fun. And yeah, so stay tuned for all the fun that's about to go on. And before we start, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and also like our video, and turn on the post notification bell so you get notified every single time we post or upload a new video. So once upon a time, a very long time ago, there lived a man named Joseph. And Joseph was a very godly man. He loved God. He worshipped God. His mom and dad, his mom's name was Rachel, and his dad's name was Jacob. He had 11 brothers and one sister, and out of all the brothers, he was the second youngest brother out of all the brothers, and he had another brother after him that was younger than him, and then his father, he loved him so much, and he was his favorite son, and he loved him, and because he was so righteous and he was so blessed, and God loved him, and so his parents also loved him very much. So one day, Joseph had a dream about him in which there were 12 stars and one moon and one sun, and they were bowing down to Joseph. And Joseph had a dream that they were in the sky, and they were bowing down to Joseph. And then he had another dream about him being king, and God used to talk to him and tell him that one day you're going to be a king. But God didn't used to tell him anything in detail, but he just used to tell him that you're going to be king one day. So his brothers and sisters were very jealous of him, and so one day, all the 11 brothers were gone somewhere, and it was quite late at night, and it was like getting dark, and so Joseph's dad, Jacob told Joseph that you should go and give the food to your brothers and ask them if they're fine, and make sure that they're fine, and just tell them to come back home because it's getting really dark, and because it's not safe out there anymore, and there might be wild animals that could be roaming around because it's so dark, and they wouldn't really be able to see them. And yeah, so Joseph went out, and while Joseph was trying to find them, the brothers saw them, and they made a plan to kill Joseph. But then a few of them said that we shouldn't kill him, we should just throw him in the well. And they all agreed, and so they threw him in the well. And then while they were coming back, they thought that we would just go and lie about it, about throwing Joseph in the well, and just say that Joseph got eaten by a ferocious animal, like a lion or a wolf, or something like that, and our dad would also believe us, and we wouldn't get in trouble, and we wouldn't become bad in front of our dad's eyes. And they said, so Joseph always used to wear this coat that his dad made for him, and it was very colorful and very beautiful, and so they thought they put blood on it, and they thought that we would take this to Jacob, and he'd think that Joseph is dead, and nothing would get blamed on us. And that's what they were planning on doing. So while they were coming back after throwing Joseph in the well, they thought that they saw these merchants over there, and they thought that they were traveling, and they thought that we can sell him to the merchant as a slave. And then, so they went back, and they got Joseph out of the well, and then they sold him to the merchant, and then the merchant later on took him to Egypt and sold him somewhere over there to some of these people as a slave, and Joseph was their slave or servant or whatever. So yeah, and so those people blamed him for being a bad man and for stealing and doing bad things, and so then the king of Egypt put him into the dungeon or into jail, and while he was in jail, there were two men also in the same cell as he was, and so Joseph talked to them, and they told Joseph that we had these two dreams, and then Joseph told him the meaning of those two dreams, and he said that so there were two people, right? So the first man, he told him that the king, you wouldn't be able to recover the king's trust, and the king wouldn't get you back into the management, or they were both servants for the king, right? They used to both work for the king, and Joseph told them that you wouldn't be able to get back to the king, and he would probably just kill you later on. And the other person, other man, who was also in the same cell as Joseph, Joseph told him that the king will take you back into his management, and he will ask you to work for him again. And so the man was very, very happy, but the other man was sad. And Joseph told them that whenever you go to the king, make sure you mention my name and tell him about me, and tell him that how I didn't really do anything bad. Blame those crimes on me, but I didn't really do them. So when Joseph told them that, after some while, when one of the men went back there and recovered his spot in the management as a servant for the king, and started working for the king again. He kind of forgot, with all the work going on, he kind of forgot about, telling the king about Joseph and how he didn't really do something bad, and he's still in jail or the dungeon for it. The servant forgot to tell the king about Joseph, and so a lot of time went along, and then one day the king had this dream, and he asked everyone in the nation, but no one could tell him what it meant. And then suddenly that servant remembered about Joseph and how he was in the same cell as Joseph, and he thought that, I can tell the king about Joseph, and then the king might get taken out of the dungeon. And so then, because Joseph also told him about his dream, so he thought that Joseph might be able to tell the king about his dream and what it meant. So he told the king about that, how this dream you saw, where Joseph can probably tell you about this, and he's in the dungeon, but he didn't do anything bad, but he was blamed, and that's why he's in the dungeon now, or the jail, whatever. Then the king took him out of the dungeon or the jail, and then he asked him what his dream meant. He told him what his dream was, and then Joseph told him the meaning of his dream, of the king's dream, and he told him that for 7 years, your nation wouldn't have any food to eat or anything to eat. Joseph told the king that there would be no food in the country, and all of your people would starve, and the entire nation would starve, and you wouldn't be able to eat, and it would be really hard and dark times. And the king was really upset, but he said that since you know what my dream was, and you can, you know more about it, and you know more about what was going to happen. So the king took him after the king of Egypt at that particular time. He said that you are now going to be the king, and you're going to be this after me. You're going to be the king. You're going to be beside me all times, so you can help me through these hard 7 years that we're going to be having. And then, when Joseph finally became the king, as God promised him, and as he saw all those dreams in his childhood and in his teenage years, so finally came, and he had to work for it, and he had so much patience, and he finally became the king. And so he was very happy. So one day, all of his brothers came from his country or city to Egypt, because also in their country there wasn't any food, and they were starving, and they didn't have any food to eat or anything to eat. And so they came here to Egypt to find some food, in search of food or water or just anything that they could, eat on, so they don't starve to death. So they came here traveling. When they came here, Joseph planned a feast, but Joseph told him that I was the king. And then Joseph helped them out, and then the younger brother, his name was Benjamin, but Benjamin really loved Joseph because he was so righteous, and he loved God. He was a man of God, and he was a very godly man. That's why Benjamin really, really loved Joseph. And so then Joseph told all of his brothers to bring Benjamin to him, and all united again. They were all happy, and everyone was crying, and they were so sorry for Joseph and what they did to Joseph. And after that, Joseph took all of his brothers back to their home country and reunited with his family. And that's the end of today's story. So now we're going to move on to our rule for today. And after that, we're also going to be doing the rule for today's story. And make sure you guys also go comment below the more of today's story because we have a ton of time left. And yeah. So yeah. So I use this color. I just like doubled it up so it made like a darker color. And then I used blue over here to write my name over here and kind of do like opposite so it looks, cool and different. And yeah. And so then here is Moses' drawing. So he colored he drew King Joseph when he became king, and he colored his hair with that brown color, and then he colored his crown with orange and yellow and green, which looks super duper cool. And then he also colored his coat with like this bright orange color to go with this, to contrast with his crown. And then he colored his necklace that has this he colored the big jewel, this pink color, bright neon pink color, bubblegum pink color, and then he made it out of gold since he used yellow. And then he also colored his shirt with this like a sky, but like a bit darker kind of blue color. And then he colored his skin with this peachy pink color. Okay guys, so now that we are done with our drawing for today, also our story for today, now we're going to be moving on to our activity for today.
I got told that time.
Okay, anyways, so today we're going to be doing, as I said in the starting of today's video, today we're going to be making bookmarks. We've done this before, I think, with another girl. Her name was Angel. You guys can go check that video out also if you guys want to. We're going to be making bookmarks, but they're going to be very different than we did before. So if you guys want to follow along, all you guys need is popsicle sticks, some markers, or paint, or any kind of.
You can make them with markers.
We have these.
Or if you don't have popsicle sticks, you can just make it out of paper.
Out of cardstock or paper, like anything you want. Okay, and then. We don't, since we're just using popsicle sticks, we don't really need the book, like the little yarn, what is it? Yeah, like the little ribbon or whatever to pierce the thing. But you guys can go ahead and do that if that's your thing. And we also have our Temporillo, Carioco,
I just using
poster
markers.
paint. We're going to be also using these. So we're going to be using these also if you guys have them, because you guys can also use them, and you can use markers or color pencils. I don't think color pencils would work on popsicle sticks, wooden popsicle sticks, but you guys can,
yeah, they work.
You guys can go ahead and try, whatever you want.
They do work.
You can use pens, you can use markers, you can use paint.
Pen ain't gonna work.
Acrylic paint, poster paint.
I just telling you, pen ain't ever gonna work.
Okay, anyway, so we're gonna now get started and make a bunch of bookmarks. So, yeah. So you guys, right now I'm painting one of my bookmarks. So I'm using this, this one's the best. So I'm using black paint, as you guys can see, and I'm just painting it on this heart stamp kind of mold thing. And I'm just taking more water. I'm trying to activate the paint because it's a bit dried up, and it was poster paint. So make sure you guys also activate your paints before you do anything, because you don't want them to be all weird and swatchy. So I want to do like a black kind of effect like this, where it's like gradient, but I want to add like a little bit of texture onto it with the sponge that it has right here. That's what I'm trying to do currently. Okay, I really like this one. I'm going to go on top of it with some white, if that's a possibility. Okay, done. And make sure you guys also have a paper towel below your bookmark if you're using paint, because look what I did to my table. I need to clean it up now. But yeah, so this is one of the ones I did, and I want to add some, let's see. Let's do some gray on here again, and we're just going to add it like very nicely and just splotch it on there to give it some like effect, some what's it called? Some texture also, but I want to keep it. Okay, so I'm going on top of it again with some white and gray. Oh my god, it looks so white. Yeah, okay. It looks so cool. Just cover this up. Gradient. Wow. I'm going to take a bit more black now. I'm trying to do a gradient, as I said before.
So, okay, we're taking a bit more black now. I'm going to put the black around here. Okay, so that's my gradient. It's a very light gradient, but I feel like you can see it. Wait. Okay, yeah. So it's like black to like a lighter gray. And I've made so many bookmarks. So now we're going to be showing you guys all of our bookmark buttons over here that we're going to be putting on top of my popsicle sticks. So as you guys can see right over here, so I colored half of them like tilted like in a diagonal way, blue. So I'm going to be putting a blue button on top, and that's what's going to go on the top of the book. So you can kind of just like see. Okay, I'm just going to hold that in place. Okay, my glue is oozing out. So I'm doing it at the opposite side so it looks cooler, kind of. Okay, now we're gonna hold in place this pink one. Okay, now we're gonna be doing this gray one over here. So I picked out these matching buttons. So they would look really, really cool on the top. For the orange, I didn't have like a bright orange like this, so I'm just using, it's the closest color that I could find to orange because I didn't have an orange, so I thought I could just do a yellow, and it's kind of adds a pop of color because all of them are the same color, so that's why. So we have our gray, we have our blue, and also our purple. Now Zayin really liked my idea, and I wanted to do them just like this, and so he made similar ones to this, but they're a bit different. So yeah.
So you guys, I made a whole black bookmark. I didn't do it from the back, but I only did from the front. And I made this purple bookmark with the purple button on it.
So you guys, Moses is showing you guys how we're making the button bookmarks. Okay, you guys, so now we are all done with our activities for today and our bookmarks. Okay.
Awkward.
Okay.
But you guys,
anyways, so as you guys already know, today we're making bookmarks. So these are my bookmarks. I'm gonna go around and show you guys each of them one by one. So I'm gonna be showing you guys all of them in detail one by one. So you guys, this is my first bookmark. It is a hot pink color, like a neon. Not exactly a neon, but like a hot pink, bright pink, shocking pink kind of color.
like a shopkin pink.
Okay.
There's this video of Hosanna of her Shopkins. She was like 8 years old. And it's like, hey guys, today I'm going to be unboxing some Shopkins! Shopkins! Shopkins!
So here's my first bookmark. So it's like a pink color, one of my favorites that I did today. So I just painted it pink halfway through, like a tilted diagonal line. And then I painted it like this, like top pink. But then I made it at the bottom because I thought it would look prettier. The button would look pretty on top. And so that's how I did all of my bookmarks, which is so pretty.
Shopkins!
So I thought it would look really pretty because when you put it in the book, it would cover like this much, right, of the thing. So you just see the button, and then when you take it out, it would be like pink at the bottom.
It would be like Shopkins!
So that's why I made it like I put the butter on top, so it looks really, really nice. So then I made this purple one, which I love so much.
I like it.
Like it is so
I helped
pretty.
Hosanna with it.
Okay. Okay, anyway, so this is purple one, right? It's really pretty, and the button matches the color so perfectly, like, so
perfectly.
And then I also made this orange and yellow one. So I didn't have a bright orange to match the button, but we just used yellow because that was the coolest color that I could find. And then I made this gray, which I made this gray, which I also really love. I know, and the button matches it so nicely. And then I also made this blue one, which also matches the button and the color superbly. So yeah, these are my favorite. I'll show you guys them again. 4 of these. Like I like the pink, the blue, and the gray. Also the purple. I don't really like the yellow one because they're off, so I don't really like that one. But I like the rest of them.
I like the blue.
So now I'm going to be showing you guys what Moses made. So basically he just used the 2 of our Temporillo poster paint sticks and then he colored half of it diagonally with blue and half of it like a neon green. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And then he wrote Moses on it, which looked super duper nice. And then he also made this one. I helped him make this one. Make this one. And he went on with blue, and he colored the entire stick blue, and then went on with our little foam little stamp things that we have. Painter, roller, stamp things, and he went up with those, and he made like a little texture. It looks super cool. It looks like the earth, cause like it's the two like colors, like green and blue. Yeah, and then he went on top, and he pasted like the super pretty blue button to match. And then he also made this turquoise one, this turquoise bookmark, and he painted half of it just like I did, half of it this turquoise, dark turquoise color, and he put a white button on top because we didn't have a color to match the turquoise.
So you guys, I made 2 bookmarks. I made one Among Us one and one normal black one because I like the color black. But it has nothing special to it like this. I made this Among Us. Oh, he's so tall. And you know, Zayin, it's the same color as my skin because I changed it from orange in the witch hat to the ninja bandana with the sign color. It's actually just turquoise, teal, aqua, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's that color, but in Among Us language, it's called Zayin. And everyone wants to jump with it. Oh no! What happened? And now he's jumping on everyone. But then he jumps and everyone goes back. How I did this, I made one side like that, but then I made another one with other
Zayin
people.
did it all with markers, so yeah, that's cool too.
Okay, guys. So now Moses is going to be singing a song for you guys.
Telephone to Jesus, telephone to Jesus, telephone to Jesus every day. Hello, I want to speak to Jesus, I want to speak to Jesus, I want to speak to Jesus every day. Hello, Jesus say I love you, Jesus say I love you, Jesus say I love you every day. Hello.
Moses, that was a really, really nice song. Thank you for singing for us.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so hope you guys enjoyed today's video, our activity and story, and also our drawings for today. Remember, you guys can also follow along. They're super easy to do and follow. And make sure you guys comment down below the more of today's story. Also, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and
Smash that like button.
notification
Smash
bell.
it.
So you guys know if I
Smash, smash.
or upload a new video.
Stay safe. God bless you. Bye.